Let's talk about 4 ways that keto makes losing weight honestly effortless. And anybody who's tried keto can tell you that there becomes this love affair with how quickly it lets you drop weight. And if it's not doing that for you, stick tight, because I want to give you some tips on how to troubleshoot that. And here we go. Ready? So first is, remember, if you're new to my teachings, I really want to be clear on this. You don't have one metabolism, you have 2. You have a metabolism you fire up when you eat food, and you have a metabolism that you fire up when you don't eat food or you fast. And if you want to lose weight, your goal is to go in and out of these 2 metabolisms. Now, this metabolism over here is the fat burning metabolism. This metabolism is where you drop weight, and when you go on the ketogenic diet, this is where you're going. So number one reason you want to go keto is because it moves you over into this metabolism, and it makes for technically a faster fat metabolism. So you will burn fat faster when you get over into the fat burning metabolism. In fact, research is showing that 300 more calories you're burning, a 15% increase in your metabolic rate when you get over here. So come on over here periodically. You're not supposed to be there all the time, but come on over into this fat burning place and pulse it in so you can start to drop weight quicker. Now, when we just look at the keto diet, what happened is a lot of people, as they started to see, oh, let me take carbs out. And then some people were like, let me take protein out. And some people were like, let me just eat fat. And they started to see that certain macronutrients controlled how fast they could get into the fat burner metabolism. And I think that's great, but we never, ever want to skimp too long on one macronutrient. So you'll see in Fast Like a Girl, I map out the ketobiotic plan, and the ketobiotic plan is a higher carb. It's 50 grams net carbs so that you can eat plenty of vegetables. You can bring some fruits in. I love this where the conversation on protein is going these days. Bring up more protein and then a little splash of fat. And you'll find that you're not going to get this big spike, and it's going to allow you to come over into this faster metabolism and get that 15% increase in your metabolism. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh God, I just heard so many bad things about keto. You know, every diet trend sort of has that. It has its moment where it's like, oh, everybody loves it. And then, oh my gosh, okay, everybody villainizes it. I'm more of a moderate. Like, what do we like about it? And what I like about it is that it forced us to give up the harmful carbs. It forced us to let go of the refined flours and sugars. And what I'm asking you to do is lean more into the carbs that nature gave you, the fruits and the vegetables. And if you do that, you'll find that you can switch over into your fat burning metabolism through just the art of fasting. So I actually like using this balanced food approach over here in Sugar Burner. And then I like packing on this balanced approach of food with some of these different length fasts that will allow us to go over here and get that 15% increase in your metabolism. And as long as you stay over here, you're getting it. So that's the one thing I want you to know is, like, once you're over here, boom, you want a faster metabolism? Here it is. Like, it's over here. And the more you stay there, the more that 15% increase in your metabolic rate will continue. Now, we have to make sure we don't stay there all the time, and I've done a lot of videos on it, but that's the name of the game when you're trying to go keto. So it wasn't to stay on keto forever. So that's number 1. Okay, number 2 is that you get less hunger. Okay, we're going to have a really serious conversation here, and a very opinionated one. I keep hearing over and over and over again, everybody, when they are talking about these weight loss drugs that they go on, the number one thing I hear them say is, I'm not hungry anymore. You do not need to put yourself in that particular environment with those medications to kill hunger. The first time a good friend of mine told me she had gone on Ozempic and she's like, oh, I'm not eating anymore. I'm dropping weight all the time. The first thing I thought of was, well, that sounds like what it's like to be in the fat burner metabolism. I don't need to put a chemical in myself to be able to get to that place. So, and here's why it works. This is like, I mean, the ketone literally should be, thought of as a semaglutide because it has the ability to kill hunger in that same way. So once you're over here and you make this ketone, it goes up into the brain and boop, it turns off hunger. So when we're looking at weight loss, and if you're somebody who has this appetite that you just can't seem to get ahead of, it's just like you're eating all the time. Instead of thinking, I must go into these trendy weight loss drugs right away, how about we go, I must make a ketone. Let me get my body to make a ketone so it can kill hunger. And you know what's so cool about making a ketone? Is that the only way to make it is to burn fat. So as you learn to switch over here and you get into this fat burning place, the byproduct of fat burning is a ketone and the hunger goes down. So number 2 reason that I love the ketogenic state is because it kills hunger. And I just, thank you. I had to say that. I'm just getting so spun up about this feeling that we've got to hold on to these new weight loss drugs because you have the power. And that's everything I teach on every platform is you have the power. The power is not in the medication. I'm not villainizing the medication. I just don't want you to keep giving your power away because you can kill hunger just by going into this fat burning state and learning how to make a ketone. That simple. And by the way, those of you who have lost a significant amount of weight as I've taught you how to metabolically switch, put how much weight you lost in there. I mean, it's phenomenal to see. It's very similar to the weight loss drugs. Very similar. Okay. Number 3, the reason you want to go keto and get over into this ketogenic energy system, and that's to reduce your carb craving. So what happens when we make an intention that we want to eat more of this keto diet, and again, my style of keto, I call keto biotic, because the biotic part is let's not lose track of our microbiome. And so when you make that intention, what you're doing is that you typically have to pull a lot of the refined carbohydrates out of your system, or you have to add some fat to those carbohydrates so that you stabilize your blood sugar, which is a great thing. We want a stable blood sugar. When your blood sugar is stable because you've added some fat in, because your carbs are coming from nature's carbs, this doesn't even have to do with the fat burning system. This was the good, sensible rules around the sugar burning system. When you are in that looking at keto through the lens of the sugar burner system, what you're going to find is that you don't get these big up and down swings. The big up and down swings with your blood sugar cause cravings. So keto curbs that. It puts you in this natural state where the blood sugar isn't having these big moments. Anyone who's put a continuous glucose monitor on you will tell you that they can see where that blood sugar is going crazy and where it stays stable, and they can measure all those foods. It's an incredibly powerful tool. If you have the resources to get it, I highly recommend it. We'll leave a link of our favorite one. But what I love about it is that it teaches so many of us how to put the right combination of food together. And when you put the right combination of food together, then you move over into fat burning quicker and your cravings stop. So now we've got 3 major things. It sped up your metabolism to get over there, it killed your hunger, and it killed your cravings. By the way, I don't think the weight loss drugs can do that. They don't do all 3 of those. They're just killing hunger. So just another plug for your own natural body doing this. Okay, check this out. I have a free fasting guide for you all. It's free. And it's going to teach you all the basics of fasting. It's going to teach you how to kill hunger when you fast, which is really cool. And it's going to show you how to break your fast, among many other things. All you got to do is click on this link right here and enjoy. Okay, number 4. This is probably my favorite, is that it's tasty. So let's talk about your taste buds for a second. Your taste buds are greatly controlled by your microbiome. There are literally living bacteria in your gut that are sending signals to your brain and telling you what to eat. This is why the first change in any diet is the most difficult, because if you've been eating a Western diet, a highly refined diet, what's happening is that you trained your taste buds to that fast food, to that, give me the quick dopamine hit, give me the sugar. And so when we decide to go more keto, we're saying, okay, I'm pulling those refined carbohydrates out. I am eating more fiber. I'm adding more protein and fat. In the beginning, it might be like, well, this is boring. But what's going to happen is over time, your taste buds will change. So that's part of the cravings. And you'll start to see that, wow, like nature has provided us a lot of really yummy foods. So, in Fast Like a Girl, I put some recipes in there, and I will be announcing very soon, depending on when you're watching this video, a cookbook is coming. And I have hired some incredible top celebrity chefs to come up with incredible recipes. We have over 100 of them coming to you in this cookbook. And I guarantee you, these recipes are off the hook, and you will be like, wow, I didn't know keto could taste so good. And they're not going to be complicated. Everybody's going to be able to make them. So it's tasty. It kills your cravings. It speeds up your metabolism, and it blocks your hunger. This is why I like keto. I continue to say we need to pulse in and out of it. It's not meant to be done all the time, but it is meant to be done when you want to lose weight. That's what you do, is you go into this state, this fat burning state, to be able to start to drop weight. And everything I just taught you, hopefully, will be that express pass over into this keto state. So again, I love your guys' feedback. I love hearing your results. So please put in the comments how much weight you've lost. If metabolically switching, it's my favorite thing to do. And I'm going to throw this other one out, because if you've listened to the video this long, you deserve to get a little extra nugget here. And that is, where are you getting stuck? Tell me where you're getting stuck with that switch. It's important to me that you get really good results from my videos. I do this for you. And so I want to know where you're getting stuck. Put it in the comments, and we'll make sure to do a video on it. And maybe even just put in the comments, please do a video on X, Y, and Z, so that we can organize them all and pull them out. But I never want you to give up on yourself. If you're really struggling with weight loss, the body is doing something. There's a reason it won't let go of that weight. There's a reason it's accumulating weight. It doesn't just decide that you have bad genetics or that you weren't undisciplined. There's a formula that I'm helping teach you here. And some of you have really found that formula, and some of you are just new to it, and some of you are getting stuck with it. So let's figure it out for you. Okay? As always, I hope that helps. Okay, you trying to maximize your weight loss? Apple cider vinegar may be the key. Go check out this video where I show you exactly when, how, and why you want to use it for weight loss. Apple cider vinegar changes your microbiome of your gut. This good bacteria is going to help to bring your blood sugar down and make it so that you can switch over into the fat burning state.